Welcome to Shifa's Center of Professional Excellence. My name is Tania Noreen. I am Program Officer at SCOPE, Shifa Center of Professional Excellence, and CME Officer at Shifa International Hospital. Thank you for joining us for today's session. You can raise your hand if you can hear me, or you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box if there is any question or if there is any sound problem, anything. So let's start moving. Today's session is about the fundamentals of project management. The learning objectives of today's session are to determine the processes of project management, to identify the difference between project management and operation management, and to differentiate between project management, portfolio management, and program management. Yes, sorry for the technical issues. Okay, so let's study about the project management. First, let's see what is a project. Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service or a result. Let me share here that the main part over here is that the projects are temporary endeavor, that they have a start date and end date. They are created to achieve a unique product. Product has to be tangible, service intangible, or a result, an outcome which we want to achieve. All the product or the service or the result has to be unique in nature and should have start date and end date. That is the project, the main definition which PM book defines. And then here we have some examples of projects. Constructing a building on infrastructure. This is the example of a unique product. Developing or acquiring a new modified information system. This is the example of unique service. Implementing a new business process or procedure. This is the example of unique product again. Affecting a change in the structure, staffing, or style of an organization. This is the example of a unique result because the structure, the staffing, or the style of the organization already exists. We are bringing a change in that structure. That is the unique result which we want to achieve. Then revamping the organization culture. Again, this is the example of the unique result because the organization culture already exists. Here, the main thing is temporary endeavor, the start date and end date. Start date and end date of constructing a building, developing or acquiring a new modified information system, or implementing a business procedure, or affecting a change, or revamping the organization culture. It should have a start date and end date. That is the main example of projects. Now, what is the project management? As PM book defines that project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to meet project requirements. Project management is accomplished through the application or integration of project management processes. Project management its whole has the guidelines for achieving the projects. We will be studying those guidelines one by one in next upcoming hour sessions. This is here we have studied that project management processes. Let's learn what is project management processes. These are the project management processes: project initiation, project planning, project execution, project monitoring and controlling, and project closing. These 5 processes, 5 stages, 5 rules, these are the project management processes. These are the processes which is which are involved in the project management. Without these processes, a project management doesn't exist. Then this is the end of our first session. Our second part of this session is to identify the difference between the project management and the operation management. We have just learned about the project management. Let's learn about the operation management. Operations are permanent endeavor that produce repetitive outputs with resource assigned to do same set of tasks. The main thing over here in this definition is permanent endeavors. That project management, that the operations are permanent endeavors. They are repetitive in nature. The output which are producing from them are repetitive, and the task which human resource are doing, those are same set of tasks. The examples are, if an organization makes a furniture, they will be purchasing wood and fabric. It's a repetitive process. Then they will be hiring and training the workers. Still, it's a repetitive process. Main thing over here is permanent endeavors. It has a start date, but no end date. It is the ongoing process which we are doing on regular terms. Any other example would you like to share with me over here? Anyone from the listeners, would they like to share any example here of the operation which are permanent in nature, has a start date but no end date? You can write in the chat box, or you can write in the question and answer box. Well, the main examples here will be the production. Yes, we have. Yes, thank you, Mashal Khan. Any manufacturing country, yes, this is the best example of an operation. What about the production company? Same manufacturing production, they are purchasing, hiring, training, doing the same set of tasks. Then thank you, Mashal, for your answer. Let's move forward. What is the operation management? Operations management are related with the ongoing production of goods and services. It managing processes that transforms inputs into outputs. The concept of input and output, which we hear all the time, comes in the category of operation management. Operation management is an important part of project management, as it ensures that day-to-day routine tasks are working properly. Operation management has its own guidelines like the project management. We will study about operation management in detail in our upcoming lectures. So what is the difference between project management and operation management? PMBOK defines that changes in businesses or organization operations may be the focus of the project, especially when there are changes to business operations as a result of a new product or service. When developing a new product or upgrading a product, that is the project, because here we are developing a new product or upgrading a product, but that is the part of the organization of operation. While improving operations, another example that we want to improve the operations of our project, that is the project of our main bigger project, but it comes under the category of operation management, because there will be some time where we will be improving the operations by integrating some new strategies. It does have some start date and end date. Then after achieving those improvements, it becomes the ongoing process. That's an operation. So that is the difference between the project management and operation management. Here are some of the examples where we can see the ground rules between the project and the operations. Both are performed by the people, both are constrained by limited resources, both projects and operations are planned, executed, and controlled. But the main difference is projects are temporary while the operations are ongoing. Projects are unique in nature while the operations are repetitive in nature. That's the main difference between projects and operations. Then the last part of our session is to differentiate between project management, program management, and portfolio management. Well, we have just studied about the project management. Let's study about the program management. Program management is defined as group of related projects managed in a coordinated way to obtain improvement in the organization's performance. Here, the main thing in this definition is group of related projects. The intention here to achieve is improvement for the organization performance, and the goal is one, to achieve one business goal, the improvement, the organization performance. It is clubbed business projects, small projects mix up into a big program. For example, new communication satellite system with the projects. It has now 3 projects in it. Design and construction of the satellite and the ground stations, the launch of satellite, and the integration of the system. These 3 are the projects, but it is the part of one program, that is new communication satellite system. This is the program, and 3 projects clubbed into one big program. Although these 3 will have their start date and end date, but it is the part of this big program. Then it's portfolio management. Portfolio management is the selection, prioritization, and the control of an organization programs and projects in line with its strategic objectives. The goal is to balance the implementation of change initiatives and the maintenance of business as usual while optimizing return on its investments. We here in portfolio management, organization programs are going on, organization projects are going on, which are aligned with the strategic objective of the organization. But the main thing over here is return on their investment. whatever we are achieving, whatever we are implementing, the change or the change in the projects or the programs which we are launching or the projects which we are launching. The main thing is to select them, prioritize them, and control in a way that we can optimize the maximum return on investment. Now, let's see the example of portfolio management. An organization has the strategic objective of maximizing the return on its investment. It may put together a portfolio that includes a mix of projects in oil and gas, power, water, roads, rail, and even airports. So that is the example of portfolio management. These oil and gas, power, water, roads, rail, and airports are the projects. But here, as if we go back on our definition, selection, prioritization, and control. Here we will be selecting which project to start first, then prioritizing all these, categorize them, all these projects, and then controlling these projects. But here the main thing is the strategic objective, which is to maximize the return on investment. So here, any example would you people like to add? Any example of portfolio management? We see these portfolio management around us all the time. You people can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box. Any example which comes to your mind. It might be real estate, that is the best example of portfolio management. What about the mutual funds, the shares, bonds? Those all are the examples of portfolio management. Now let's come to the summary. We do have, yes, thank you so very much, polio eradication. I guess polio eradication, how you are saying this, that this is the example of portfolio management. Saptul, would you like to write? I guess polio eradication is the program. It comes under the definition of program management. But thank you so very much for writing us. So the summary is we learned about the project management, we learned about the operation management, we learned about the program management, and as well as portfolio management. Here, if you people have any questions. So let's, if you people have any question, I will be happy to answer. You people can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box. So we don't have any questions. Okay, if we don't have any questions, then let's do the fun part. Oh, we do have a question. Okay, can you shed light a little with this portfolio? Yes, Mashal. Portfolio management is, is the combination of the projects and the programs. And the main agenda of portfolio management is return on its investment. We categorize only projects or prioritize the projects or the programs of our organization only to achieve the maximum return on our investments. The goal here is to implement, if we are implementing some changes in our organization, the main goal is to maximize our profits. To maximize our profits, we are selecting, prioritizing the projects or the programs which are running in our organization to achieve the strategic objective. If the example which we have seen here, its strategic objective was to maximize the return on their investments. So they put together a portfolio of many projects of oil and gas, power, water, roads, rails, and our airports. They will be investing or revamping the structure of oil and gas. They will be constructing new airports. They will be constructing or redesigning the infrastructure of roads. So these are all the projects which an organization will be looking after, because their major goal is to maximize their business. I hope, Mashal, that is clear, that justifies the answer your question. So we do have another question. Muhammad Ijaz Hussain is asking, so any organizational or operational management may have many projects to achieve one goal. Yes. Operation, any organization projects can be of 1 month, they can be of 1 year, they can be of 10 years. The duration is on the organization. They can have many projects. Goal can be one. Yes, but this comes in the definition of program management, because here our goal is one. What, like we studied in our example of program management, we studied that goal was to build a new communications satellite. Projects were 3. We will be designing and constructing the satellite and the ground station. It will be having a start date and end date. Then we will be launching the satellites. Still, it has the start date and end date, and it is the unique in nature. Then we will be integrating our systems with this new satellite. This is again the project. So these 3 projects make up the one program, communication satellite system. I hope Ijaz, this answers your question. So do we have any other questions? Okay, let's come to the fun part of this session, which is the quiz part. You will be having some quizzes on your screens. You will be going to answer them. Let's see what we have learned so far here. So the first quiz on your screens are, can you people see the quiz on your screens? Yes, okay. The first quiz is the goal of an efficient portfolio is to maximize the return on its investment, achieve a predetermined rate of return of a given level of risk, or minimize the profits in order to minimize risks. So, okay, we are having some answers over here. Okay, two more seconds left. All right, G, let's end the poll. Let's show the result of the poll. Okay, maximum audience learners over here says that the goal of an efficient portfolio is to maximize the return on its investment, which is correct. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's come to the third quiz, another quiz, which is on your screen. Yes, the question is, if CIMA is managing 3 related projects, such as designing a new matrices, testing the new matrices, and putting together a radio advertisement to introduce the new matrices, then she is fulfilling the role of program manager. Yes or no? We have 5 seconds left. All right, G. Let's end the poll and let's share the result of it. Yes, maximum learners over here says that yes, Saima is a program manager. Excellent, G. Okay, let's come to another quiz. Okay, another quiz on your screen is, which one of the following is not a characteristic of a project? Temporary nature, familiarity, or uniqueness? All right, G, we have 10 seconds for this quiz. It's an easy one. Which one of the following is not a characteristics of a project? Are they temporary in nature? Are they unique? Or are they familiarity? Is there any familiarity? Which one of the following is not? Okay, the time's up. Let's share the result of the quiz. Maximum audience says the correct answer, familiarity, and the one who said temporary in nature. Well, the question was, which one of the following is not the characteristics of the project? Temporary nature is the characteristics of the project. Projects are temporary in nature. Okay, we have one more quiz. Okay, it's on your screen. Operation management is responsible for marketing the projects, responsible for meeting day-to-day routine tasks of the company, responsible for developing the IT operations of the company. So what is project management? 10 seconds for this quiz. So let's end the poll and let's share the answers. Yes, operation management is responsible for meeting day-to-day routine tasks of the company. That is the correct answer. Excellent, G. So yes, we have the last quiz, and on your screens, here. The major difference between projects and operations are projects are ongoing and operations are short. Projects and operations are the same thing, but projects always cost more. Projects are temporary and operations are ongoing. So we have 10 seconds for this quiz. So yes, the time's up. Okay. So I'm sharing the result. 50% of the learners says that projects are temporary and operations are ongoing. 33% says that projects and operations are the same thing. And 17% says that projects are ongoing and operations are short. I guess the 50% which says that projects are temporary and operations are ongoing are correct, because that is the difference between the projects and operations. Projects are temporary in nature. They have a start date and end date, then they end. But operations have just the start dates, but no end date. They are ongoing process. Then ends when there is a new innovation, there is a new change. Then that part, that new innovation, that new change becomes the project. But again, that is the innovation is bringing in the new project. That again, that part becomes the operation, because you wake up every morning, you go to bed every night. That is the operation. That is the one thing which is ongoing, which we are doing on regular basis. So let's stop the results. That is the quiz. Okay, that is the end of this session. Thank you so very much for your interest and attention, but this is not the end. Although this is the start of the new journey, this journey will be written by all of you. We will be sending the feedback forms on your emails and let us know about today's session. And on your feedback, we will be coming up with new topics, some new fun activities, some new innovative methods to interact with you all. So yes, this journey is going to be written by all of you. So thank you very much, G. You people can join us on our website, as well as you people can like our page on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We are launching advertising our activities on regular pages, on regular basis on our these pages. So thank you very much once again, and I wish to see you all again soon. Thank you.